Okay, here's my second video on the flat Earth theory. So one of the comments on my last video was, well, I can see if the world were a solid rock, it can be round, but with it being so much water, what is it, 80, 70%, whatever, I forget what the question exactly was, but it's more water than it is land on the surface. So if that's so, I can't imagine it's possible to be a ball, this person said, which I thought was kind of crazy, but okay. So his belief is that somehow water cannot have a rounded surface. So I'm just showing very simply on a glass of water here. Here it is, a cup of water. I just filled it up to the top. And I keep putting more spoonfuls of water and it doesn't fall over. It keeps getting higher and higher. So let's see how far I can actually go until it falls over. Okay, so you can see water is very mysterious. It keeps getting more and more and more. It's already way over the rim. And you can see the bubbles getting bigger and bigger on the top. Way above the top. It's not falling over. It's hard to see with this camera, but as I see it when I look at it straight, the water's way above the top. Oh, finally it spilled over. Okay, but at that level right there, you can see the water's way above the top of the glass. So water can bend and do all kinds of interesting stuff. But, I mean, of course that doesn't prove the world's round, or that doesn't prove that gravity exists or anything like that. But what it does is it proves that this question this person has is not really a valid question, because just because the water is more, just because the Earth is more water than it is solid, that somehow that can't make it a globe is kind of really a strange question. But anyway, you can see this curvature above the glass there is probably about the same curvature as the Earth. But of course, the Earth's gravity is going towards the center of the Earth. So on this cup, it's only going straight down. But if you take a spoon, you can see even more. You can see more of a curvature because this spoon is round. Okay, so let me see. I'm trying to put some water in the spoon. Okay, here we go. If you look at the spoon, the water is actually even higher above the tip of the spoon. But anyway, it just shows that water can be on a surface that is rounded off, and it will perfectly be round. But of course, with the Earth, you got all kinds of other forces going on. You got the inertia force of it spinning, so it does cause currents and tides, which I won't get into on this video. But anyway, I'm going to go into some other things on some of the questions that came up. My name's Tim, just got home, so I'm a little freezing cold. So I haven't turned on the heater yet because I'm going to go upstairs. Just wanted to do that little thing there so you can see the water's way above the top of this cup. If I move it, it'll spill over because I'm shaking it. But anyway, so there goes your answer to that question. The rounded surface on the top of this is about the same round as the Earth, probably even more so. But anyway, I'm gonna go next time. It's not a sunny day today, but I got 2 balls the other day. I saw a video of some guy saying, or he had this computer program showing that the moon can't be a round object and the Earth can't be a round object. For it to show a round shadow during the eclipse, and the round shadow keeps moving up until it covers the moon. So I got 2 balls the other day and the sun shining from the sun, and I did it, and yes, it shows a round shadow just like we see when we see a lunar eclipse. Okay, so I'm going to do that on the next one, but it's not a sunny day today and I don't want to do that. But anyway, thank you for all your questions and thank you for all your comments. I'm still not anywhere convinced by anything you guys say that the Earth is flat, but I'm willing to entertain many crazy notions because what the heck. I do believe that this reality does not create your point of view, but your points of view create this reality. So maybe if we can get enough people to change their points of view, we can create a whole new reality. But I don't know if we'll create a flat Earth. And I just realized, which I didn't realize before, because I said there's two reasons why people are so obsessed with this idea, but I didn't know the third reason. The third reason is people think for some reason if the world was flat, that would somehow prove there's a God, which I don't understand how. If there was a God, which I don't believe in God, but if there were a God, why would he care whether the world's flat or round? I don't see how that somehow proves God. But anyway, if someone wants to hold on to some idea that there's a God and then thinks they can prove that the Earth's flat and that would help to prove there is a God, I don't see the logic in that. But anyway, go for it. But even if you do prove that the world is flat, that doesn't prove there's a God. Okay, so you're going to have to use other arguments to prove there's a God. But I don't think you can ever prove there's a God, because if there were a God, there would have to be a creator of God. And then the creator of God would have to have a creator. And then the creator of that creator would have to, and it would have to go on for an infinity. Same with the universe. If there's a Big Bang, there had to be some causal effect system that caused the Big Bang, because that's an effect. So there can't be an effect without a cause, and there can't be a cause without effect. Otherwise, you wouldn't have science. So this whole idea of the Big Bang, an effect without a cause, is just total lunacy. Anyway, that's a religious notion. That's the religion of scientism. That isn't true science. That is just a belief. And that was first invented or thought up by a Jesuit scientist. So it's a total faith-based notion, and it's the idea of you want a beginning. There's no beginning. So I'm Buddhist. I do have a faith, but I don't let my faith cloud my thinking. But Buddhism does believe in infinity. So there's no beginning or ending to the universe. There's an idea of a multiverse in Buddhism also, because we have the idea of a major world system, a minor world system, and a medium world system. And according to current understanding of the universe, the minor world system would be like the solar system. The medium world system would be like a galaxy, and the major world system would be what the scientists think started with the Big Bang. That little small pocket, which they think is 17 billion or whatever light years across, that little small segment is one little, what we call in Buddhism, a major world system. And the historical Buddha said, say you take 10 times 1,000 times 100 times 10,000 times 10 to the 56th power times 10 to the 64th power of major world systems, you grind them to dust and you go east, and every time you pass 10 times 1,000 times 100 times 10 to the 56th power times 10 to the 64th power of major world systems, these are what we call universes, you drop one particle of dust of all the worlds that you gathered up, you grind them to dust, and you go east and you drop a particle of dust. And once you've extinguished all the particles of dust, you take all the worlds you passed in this long journey and you crush them all into tiny dust particles, and you let each tiny dust particle equal a kopla, which is a very long, we don't need to get into, but it's the phases of the formation and destruction of a planet, which everything goes through phases of continuance, formation, continuance, decline, disintegration, and regeneration. That's just how everything in nature works. So there's no end or no beginning to the universe. But anyways, we'll get into that on another subject. We're just talking about the flat Earth. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll answer some more of your questions with videos. Once there's a sunny day, I'll do the one on the solar eclipse. All right, and the lunar eclipse. I'll do both, because I can do them both with the ball, with the actual sun. So you don't need to use a computer graphic model that lies to you. All right, thanks a lot. Peace out.